Together with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in. Stacking up, green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I see Tim backstage. I don't know if he was ready to. Oh, there you go. There we go. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today, Tim's going to be thrilled because we have a massive NHL card and we only have 2 games in the NBA, which is going to be fun. So, definitely a lot to look forward to on today's card. I've already moved on a decent amount on this slate. I've moved on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games. I've already moved on 6 games in the NHL. So definitely excited for this slate. And there's a couple other spots I'm looking to add, some draws that weren't available last night that I'm probably going to be betting, things along those lines. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we'll take a look back at what happened yesterday. One went right, one went wrong in the world of sports betting. And unfortunately, not every single day of 2024 is going to be a profitable one. First losing day of 2024, down 2.03 units. 5-3 in college basketball, up 0.92 units. Got Colgate minus 12.5, lost Charleston Southern +2 and +105. Won Northern Colorado +1.5, +110. Lost Weber State. They were up double digits, and then they let South Dakota State come back, and then they end up winning by a buzzer beater. USC gets the job done, an absolute blowout win for San Diego State as well. So 5-3 in college basketball. What really killed me yesterday was hockey. I should have just stayed off the entire slate. I took both dogs hoping to go 1-1 and split out, and they went 0-2. It was always the square favorite parlay, public 8 in the NHL yesterday. Capitals moneyline loser, Ducks moneyline loser, Capitals, Devils draw, loser as well. Of course, I picked the wrong game to go to overtime as well, which was fun. 0-3, down 2.25 units. It happens. I think we see some dogs today, seeing that favorites swept yesterday. The favorites have been actually pretty decent as of late, which is frustrating in the NHL. But and then the NBA started off good, ended good. The middle was crap. I started off with Indiana +3 winner, Indiana +135 winner, Indiana Milwaukee over 257.5 winner. Bulls choked away again the game. They were up. They were up at halftime, and they don't cover 9.5, and 335 was obviously a loser. Blazers were a terrible play, +11.5, +500, loser. Suns in the under, and of course the Clippers shoot 55% from three-pointer.
Yeesh.
So yeah, those were 2 bad losers. But we ended off the night well as the Miami Heat destroyed the LA Lakers by I want to say 13 or 15 points or something along those lines. So Miami +5.5, Miami +180 were winners yesterday. So start off 3-0, then lost the next 7 in the NBA, then won the last 2. 5-7, down 0.7 units. 10-13 overall, down 2.03 units. 28-25 in 2024, up 4.27 units. So still profitable in the new year, and let's hope to get that number back up higher today.
Well, we're still profitable. We're still having everyday profitable on the site to start it off. And yesterday was big thanks to college basketball. And I will say I ended up adding a college basketball play to the site after the show, and we'll talk about that one in a minute, how the system play works out for us. We started off with Indiana in the over. I took the money line at +131. I took the over at 258, and the Pacers put up 142 points. Beautiful. Love to see it. We had Charleston Southern, which was a loser. We never in doubt pushed on Oklahoma State. They were down.
I saw they were up like 20 at halftime.
We pushed the 19. So what happened at the end? They were down 17. They got fouled with about 8 seconds to go. They missed the first free throw. They missed the second free throw, got the rebound, dunked it. 19-point game, and it pushed. So that one was it could have been a loser. So whatever. Colgate was a nice winner. My favorite play in the NBA yesterday was the Atlanta Hawks, and they got the job done and some. I wish I grabbed the over as well. I was looking at that too. 141 to 138 final. Some crazy high scoring games in the NBA. And that's where all the success for the NBA went, and then it all faded away the last 4 games. Minnesota -6. They lose by 11 at home. Who's ready for some Timberwolves regression? It's about to hit hard. Grizzlies -1.5. I hope you bet Toronto, Nick, because Toronto ended up winning by 5.
No, you talked me off of it.
Now, down. NoCo, money line +115, winner. The system play yesterday that I didn't notice until later on in the day was the Hurricanes, Miami, money line +103 against ranked Clemson. So that was nice to see Miami get there. The over missed in the Knicks game by 4 points. The over was never the play in that Villanova game, unfortunately. Weber State blew it late. Sacramento went to double overtime and then won by 3. I had them -4, so that was rough. Our favorite play yesterday was USC -7. They won by 8, which was nice to see. And then San Diego State absolutely blew the ever-living shit out of Fresno State. 74-47, the -15.5 hits there. We end up finishing up 0.99 units, which makes us on the site 24-16 for the year, up 8.31, which is number 2 on the Picks and Parleys website for 2024. Shout out to Higgs, who had a really good day yesterday. He went 13-5. Figured give shout outs for shout outs to do, and then if he ever pops into the chat, Jesse Shule 4-0 day yesterday, 402. So shout out to the guys on Picks and Parleys. But good day for us. Ready to try to make it 4 days in a row. I have I put up a total for today, which is in the early game for college basketball between St. Francis and Sacred Heart. If you guys missed that free pick video yesterday, under. That starts in 20 minutes. So that's cool. And then we have 7 other plays that are going to be up on the site for college basketball. So those will all be right here in about a couple minutes. But let's go ahead, head to the chat, and then we'll start it up. Nicholas Handy coming in, saying hello. Hello. Good morning, my guys. Let's get it, Nathan. I'm firing today. Unfortunately, can't make the early game at 9 o'clock. St. Francis, Sacred Heart, too early, but nice under. Yes, I like the under in that game. Sweden tied 2-2 with Czech after 2. Oh, that's what do you call it? The
World Juniors.
Yeah.
USA plays later.
Yeah, that's what Mel says. Here, I'll pull up Mel. 3 hours until USA Finland. Go
Mel, Mel, real quick. You're in the United States, right? Can you let me know where I can watch this? Because I don't have an NHL network.
Okay. I don't know what you guys were thinking with the Blazers. I did not bet the Blazers.
I saw value on the line. It happens.
I could second half under the Sacred Heart game. Maybe. I was kind of leaning towards what is it, the road team Saint. I'm kind of leaning towards St. Francis plus the points as well, but it ended up not going there. All right, Nick. I guess we're starting in hockey, and where else would we start besides my Sabres?
The Sabres are back in action. Are you so excited, Tim?
Shut the fuck up.
All righty. We have the Buffalo Sabres. They're in Montreal taking on the Habitants. Buffalo -140. Total is 6.5. Let me get up the line history in this spot where this line opened up with Buffalo at 120. It's actually been a big move towards Buffalo, up to 140 now.
Makes sense.
Line opened up at a 120. It's still a 120 in this game. So no line movement there on the total in this spot. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game, where we have, okay, that makes a lot of sense why the line moved. 67% of the tickets, 95% of the cash is on these Buffalo Sabres. 62% of the tickets are on the over in this spot. And let's take a look at my projections for this game here. And when I ran my numbers here, when you look at what Buffalo has, or Montreal has done, sorry,
They're dying.
I'm trying not to. Minus that Dallas and Florida game, they've actually been out playing their opponents. They won the expected goal battle against Tampa. They won the expected goal battle against Chicago and Minnesota and Winnipeg and the Islanders and Pittsburgh and Nashville. It's a team that their advanced analytics are actually pretty good. On the flip side, the Buffalo Sabres are an average team. They have some bad games. They have some good games. I have the wrong team favored in this game. I took some Montreal in this spot. I got the Canadiens at plus 115 last night. I don't like that the line's moving against me, but I understand why with all the tickets, all the money coming in on Buffalo. But Buffalo's not a team I trust as a road favorite. Like, I don't know how people can. And Montreal, this is a team that's actually played pretty well against Pittsburgh, against Buffalo the last couple of years. 5 of the last 6 games, Montreal has won. And if you're looking for a draw in this game, I don't know. Previous history, 2 of the last 3 matchups have gone to a shootout, with Montreal winning both of them. Montreal winning 3 in a row against this Buffalo team. Montreal comes in off of that 4-3 win against Dallas. That finished off a road trip for them. So they are actually coming home after a long road trip. This is the second game of a road trip for the Buffalo Sabres. I'm on Montreal at plus 115. Just my numbers have them as a slight favorite in this game. So I took a shot here with the dog on this spot. And here comes Tim probably saying, oh, yeah, they're free money. They're a lock or whatever.
No. I will say it's not really a road trip. The Sabres have been off for 4 days. They were able to go back home to Buffalo, and then they're back out now again. Which the last game they played was in Ottawa, so it's not that they didn't. It's not like they had to travel across the country. Montreal is not far from Buffalo at all. So I'm not really worried about a travel spot or a road trip. And you're going to see
this is a rested Sabres team. Yep.
Huh?
This is a rested Sabres team. Yep.
The only, and I'm looking at the injury report. The only guy out for the Sabres is the captain. Kyle Okposo, I think, is out for 1 to 2 weeks. Which I know a lot of people get considered week to week. I know that's a rough spot for the Sabres because he was actually one of the higher scoring Sabres in the month of December, which is concerning. But yes, I am on the Sabres. I know. But I'm going to take a different approach to it, Nick. Obviously, these are all small bets. Don't get me crazy. I'm not going crazy on this game. I am taking the Sabres puck line because, although you look at it, Sabres are lower in the standings with more games played, their worst record against a Canadian team that's higher up in the standings at home, and the Sabres are that big of favorites. I think that line's telling us everything we need to know. Let's be honest, but we'll see how that one goes. Player props in this one, and it's just 3. It's just my 3 players, my 3 guys. Top line, Tuck, Thompson, Skinner. Anytime point parlay is plus 415. I think that's a nice price for that one. And instead of taking them all for a goal, I took them all for an assist today. And it's Tuck assist at 150, Skinner assist at 195, and Thompson assist at 160. So I looked at that and be like, maybe I can get a little bit more value than them trying to score goals because I can win 2 of those assists on one play. So I that's how I'm going to test it today. Sabres with Tuck, Thompson, Skinner, props galore. But they're all small. All the player props are small plays. So I'm gonna have 3 to 4 player props a game. They're a tenth of a unit each. I'm just trying to have a little bit of fun with player props, trying to learn the players and stuff. So
fair. Back to the chat.
but I hope you win. Chicago money line tonight. I was kind of looking towards the Blackhawks. I
want Mrazek confirmed first. I don't want Soderblom. I want Mrazek confirmed first. And then I might take a shot with them.
Habs. Yeah, I mean, easy money. Tim, tell your brother he should be resting.
I'm fine. We're good.
Skinner. Habs top line, all to get an assist. I don't hate that option either. What would that be? Suzuki, Caulfield. Who else is on the top line?
Give me 2 seconds. I'm trying to remember. It would be Slafkovsky. That's what I was thinking. Suzuki, Caulfield, Slafkovsky.
I mean, and then do you know who's in goal for the Sabres tonight?
Levi?
Okay, that's what I would figure. Let's actually, they're not going to tell us right away. No, they don't. They don't have any confirmed goalies on DK yet. So
no, they're projecting Levi and Allen.
Okay, Soderblom,
Montembeau.
Soderblom. You got his name wrong. Let's head to this one, Nick.
Yeah, this one's an interesting matchup here, and I am looking at a play in this game, and we'll get into it. This line opened up 195 for Philadelphia. It's up to 196, so a 1 cent line movement towards the Flyers. Line opened up at a 6.5 plus 107. It's down to a 6.5 plus 102. So it moved towards the over here as well in this game. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this one, where we have 88% of the tickets, yet the line on the under, yet the line's moving up. 25% of the tickets, 95% of the cash is on the over, or on the on the Blue Jackets. But 50% of the tickets, 67% of the cash is on the Flyers puck line in this one here. And looking at it, it was kind of interesting seeing that the Flyers are $2 favorites. I understand they've been better this year, but who would have thought the Flyers would be minus 200 against anybody this year? But when you look at this game, I thought this game should have been minus 150, minus 155 for the Flyers. So I think we're getting a little bit of value here with Columbus in this spot. As for the total, I have this game around that 6.5 range, 6.38 is my projected goals for this game. It's pretty plain and simple for me. It's the draw. It's the draw in this game. Philadelphia has been a great overtime team, and so is Columbus. 3 of the last 4 games for Columbus have gone to overtime, and 5 of their last 9. And on the flip side, Philadelphia, 5 of their last 10 have gone past regulation as well. So it's just a draw for me in this game.
Give me Columbus. This is I know both teams are kind of struggling right now, but Philly does not deserve to be a minus 200 favorite. So I'll be on the Blue Jackets in this one. As for player props, I know Werninski?
Yeah.
Is not in right now. So I think there's only really one guy I can really go after, and that's Johnny Hockey. His goal prop is $3. Huh. Let's take a draw to score a goal today. We're actually going to take his goal, and then we're going to also take his assist for him to just get on the board, like a prop for him. So that he's going to get a point tonight. I just don't know how he's going to do because he's been actually quite even this year. He's gotten 18 assists compared to 7 goals. But I'm going to take a shot. His goal prop is 320. His assist prop is 170. I think Gaudreau gets on the board tonight against the Flyers.
I'm actually going to take a shot at this and turn this into a dog draw play. Give me the Columbus Blue Jackets at plus 165. I was looking at it. I didn't realize how wide their line was at 165. I see a decent enough edge to pull the trigger on that. So, and then the draw is plus 350.
Okay.
So Columbus, Philadelphia, draw at plus 350, as well as the Blue Jackets at plus 165.
Sounds good. Are you able to go to chat? I'm putting up all the college basketball plays up on the site real quick. At least for this rotation.
Yeah. SFA minus 9.5 versus Rio Grande Valley. Have fun.
Hold on, I'm looking up that number real quick. We have it at 10, so yeah, it's whatever. No real value in that one for us.
Lean Philly money line, but stay off. Philly should not be almost $2.
Lean minus 195.
They shouldn't be that big of favorites. Absolutely not. Tip it anytime. Yeah, I could see it, but I would look more towards Columbus guys. I would take Columbus plus 1.5. Like the over. I think the over. Columbus team total 2.5 minus 120. If you like the over, I think that's definitely worth a look. Actually, I kind of really like that. Philadelphia's kind of struggled a little bit defensively. Actually, not really, but interesting. I have them projected for 3 goals, so their team total at 2.5 is really intriguing. I've already taken the money line, though. Maybe I might jump on that team total. We'll see. But just the money line in the draw for me. We'll move on. The Boston Bruins and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Boston minus 145 favorites, total of 6 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot, which opened up with the Bruins at minus 172. And then it's gone all the way down to 142. Big drop. And big move towards Pittsburgh. Line opened up at a 6 at minus 113. It's down to a 6 at minus 104. So we have a move towards the under. We have a move towards Pittsburgh in this game, as we have 42% of the tickets, 71% of the cash on Pittsburgh. So big damn it. Big bets coming in on the Penguins in this game. 75% of the tickets and 54% of cash is on the under in this game as well, which is why the lines move towards the under. Let's take a look at my projections for this game, which actually I have the Penguins as a slight favorite in this game, and I've already moved on the Penguins at plus 130. Boston has not been they've played a little bit better as of late, but they're not a team I'm looking to lay big numbers with at the moment. Now they're on a 4-game win streak. But Pittsburgh's kind of figuring it out as well. Really, for Pittsburgh, they played one bad period against Washington. Did you look at that Washington game? They gave up those 4 early goals. They gave up the 4 early goals. They pulled Yari, and then look at Austin afterwards. If I'm Pittsburgh, Nedeljkovic is in the starting net tonight. He's been amazing. He's been way better than Yari so far this season, and I would look to start Nedeljkovic in that game. Because previous to that, they had won 3 in a row and had received points in 6 straight games, with their only loss being a 5-4 overtime loss against Ottawa. Pittsburgh's bet on at the moment. It sucks, but Pittsburgh's bet on at the moment. And at a dog price here on the road, I'll take some Pittsburgh. I got him at plus 130 last night.
All right. I did balling out last night, and one of my plays was Boston on the puck line. This is a team that's gotten their shit together since the Christmas break, where they've won 4 straight games, all of them by the puck line. And I think we can continue to see momentum going for Boston here. I'm on their puck line, and I grabbed 3 player props to go along with it. And they're kind of 2 of the players that we've been betting a bunch, Nick, lately. Coyle and Geeky anytime points. Coyle minus 105, Geeky plus 110. And then I know this one might be seeming like chalk, Pasta, anytime goal, -110. He didn't score last game. I think he's going to score this one. I had his no goal last game. So I'm on Boston today. I don't think Pittsburgh should be favored in this one. I think the right team's favored, and I think Boston wins this one by margin.
That's fair. I feel like, yeah, up until the last couple of games with Boston, I felt like that it was finally catching up to them, that they were relying too much on their goaltending. But they've actually been able to score goals the last 4 games. So, yeah.
Back to the chat.
Yep. And here comes the power plays for Sweden to help them win. Boston, Los Penguino. This is the game. This is when Boston goes on a run.
They're already on a run.
Yeah. Sounds like you need some hot tea. I'm fine. Just a cough. Supness, what's good, Lex? It's a 4-1 type of Boston game. I disagree. It's easy to see a tide turn. Yep. Let's get into this next game, which I really wanted to back the Blackhawks in this game. I did. I can't, though. And let's get into it.
And there's one reason why.
There's a big reason why.
Yep, there is.
Yep. As much as I would love to, this game opened up at 380. It's up to 425. The Blackhawks are plus 365. Line opened up at a 6.5 at plus 104. It's a 6.5 at plus 105 now. So a slight move towards the under here as well. 75% of the tickets are on the under. 80% of the tickets, 97% of the cash is on the puck line for New York. But 7% of the tickets, 93% of the cash is on the money line for Chicago. Obviously, nobody's laying minus 400 on the Rangers here.
Mm-mm.
They're taking the puck line.
Not even.
Or Parleys.
Puck line's 165.
Yeah. Now, obviously, I have the Rangers as a favorite in this game.
What?
I will never say there's value on a minus 400, though. Because there isn't. I have them around a minus 220, 230 favorite. There's still no way I'm getting to the Blackhawks. Now, if they beat Carolina last game, I'd be more interested.
Yep.
They got the dog piss kicked out of them last game against Carolina. That was a 6-1 beatdown. And you know what they're going to do? Exactly that tonight. The Rangers are going to win this game something along the lines of 5-1, 6-1. They're going to kick the crap out of Chicago, which is why I can't get to them here. To pass. I mean, it's going to be a blowout. I just don't have any interest in laying any type of number with New York here. But on the flip side, I don't have any interest in Chicago at this number. I think if you're looking to back the Rangers in this game, and I'll try to see if I can find the number for it.
I got the numbers for them.
Which tab has my sportsbook? There it does. I don't see any value on them, so that's probably what's going to keep me off of them. But even at the minus 425, I'm looking for a way to back the Rangers in this game just because of what they did last game. And I want to see what this would be. It'd be, I can get plus 106 for this? Okay. I may move on this. What do you expect them to do here in this game after getting the dog piss kicked out of them last game?
I kicked the crap out of them.
Have a strong first period.
I guess.
If the Rangers win the first period, I can have a plus 106 money line on them full game with a double result. Rangers first period, puck line, and full game money line. And this would be in the prop builder for your thing. This is plus 106. And I'm actually going to move on this. It is a double result Rangers. First period winner. The draw is a loser on this. All right. Rangers first period winner, first period puck line, full game money line double results. Plus 106. That's how I'm going to approach this game.
As much as I hate it, Rangers smash. And I'm going balls to the wall on this one. And I want to even try to find Nick, are you able to help me find one number? I need a Blackhawks team total under a half.
I can find that on, I think, Bovada here in a second.
If I can get there under a half, that would be great. I'm taking the Rangers minus 2.5, 3.5, 4.5. Plus 120 for 2.5, 300 for 3.5, 4.5 is plus 525. I think this is a 6-0 game, 7-1 game, something in that range. And if there's a goal from the Chicago Blackhawks side, it's no other than Connor Bedard. But I'm not betting him today because I obviously don't want the Blackhawks to score. Rangers are just going to put it on them. I also took Panarin, Kreider, Zibanejad all over 1.5 points, and Trouba to get a point as well. I think there's going to be a lot of points in this game, and grab a couple of those guys. So just an absolute shit stomping from
wow, this line's terrible for that. Exact goals in regulation, Chicago Blackhawks is 0, 6-1.
I'll take it. And I'll take the New York Rangers over 4.5 at plus 145. And then you said it's plus 600? Yeah, Rangers galore today. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's see. Are you able to try to find? Are we able to do a 2.5 on the site if need be? That's the question. New York Rangers, and you guys know we never bet stuff like this. You can get a 2.5 on the site for plus 126. We got that one out there. What's the big reason? How about 6-1 against Carolina? That was my big reason. If they won against them, maybe not. But I skipped a bunch of chat. Yes, sir. Hawks and Reg. Hawks money line. No. Washington Huskies minus 4.5. Are they actually a 4.5 now? Wow, that was a 2.5 last night. At 4.5, we actually have a little bit of value on Oregon, but not enough for us to do it. I made the bets yesterday, so I'm mad. So do Blums and net. That's rough. Yeah, big reason. Yeah, Bruin smash. I think so. CBH team total under 1.5.
Chicago Blackhawks. I've never seen somebody use that for Chicago Blackhawks.
How about a Chicago Blackhawks shutout? 6-1. We're going all Rangers today. Well, it's not confirmed yet. Who is in net? Got it. I wouldn't mind laying the wood with the Rangers minus 1.5. That's minus 165. No. Right. Rangers team total over first period. Yes. Hawks plus 1.5. This smells like a trap. No, it doesn't. I'm sprinkling Blackhawks in reg at 5-1. All right, we're on the opposite side, but it is.
Well, they can. And here's the thing: the Rangers or the Blackhawks can cover plus 1.5. I'll be fine as long as they win the game and win the first period. That's all I'm looking for.
No,
basically, I need the Rangers to be leading at the end of the first, and I have plus 106 with the Rangers.
I'm looking for a something where the Blackhawks want to go to the police afterwards. Rangers minus 1.5, minus a half first period. Yes. Rangers do win, but only by 1. No. 3-1. I hope not. I agree. 6-0 games, but Blackhawks win. Connor Bedard goal. No. Michael likes it. Let's get it. Last time a team was this big of a favorite, they lost. Who was that? Was it
Oilers?
Dallas? Huh?
Oilers?
Could have been.
It's the Sharks.
Gotta take advantage of the blowout spots. I agree. Nuggets. I don't know about the Nuggets today. The line's weird. Kind of lean Warriors. I'm not gonna bet it, but I kind of lean Warriors. All right, let's head to this one, Nick.
Yep. We have the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Minnesota Wild. The Lightning minus 130 favorites. Total of 6 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot, which is kind of interesting. Line opened up at a 138. It's down to a 126. So a move towards the Wild in this game, which is kind of wild. Line opened up at 6 minus 115. It's stayed there in that spot. We have 90% of the tickets, 97% of the cash is on the Lightning in this game. The lines move towards the Wild. Books are showing no concern over this, and actually, the more and more I look at it, I might move on them. 50% of the tickets, 50% of the 50-50 on the total, no cash flow. Now that I'm talking about, I'm still not going to be betting on the Wild. I have no interest in betting on the Wild here. I do have the over 6. I do have the over 6 at minus 115. Fleury is not somebody I trust. And Vasilevsky has not looked Vasilevsky-esque. And in this spot, I do have this game price at a pick 'em. I do see a slight edge on Minnesota. My numbers don't account for no Kaprizov, no Gustafsson, no Zuccarello, no Foligno, no Brodin. And this Minnesota Wild team being completely injured. Because I believe they're missing. Spurgeon. Spurgeon's also on the IR as well. And what do we see when Spurgeon was out in the beginning of the season? This team couldn't stop anything. Their top lines can be Eriksson, Ek, Boldy, and Johansson. The second line's Nick Patan, Marco Rossi, and Ryan Hartman. Now, if you're looking at props, Boldy, Hartman, Johansson for the Wild. I think those are 3 viable options on the Wild. Tampa Bay, I feel like it's pretty obvious who it is. Kucherov over 1.5 points to score a goal. Something along those lines. Steven Stamkos as well. Braden Point as well. It's kind of the obvious guys on the Lightning because maybe you look at Nick Paul to get a point. He's somebody who has 2 goals, 7 assists in his last 10 games. And 11 assists in the last 10 games for Victor Hedman. So maybe Hedman assists. It's all the same suspects, though, for the Lightning. They're very top-heavy. But it's Stamkos, Kucherov, Point, and Hedman. And if you're looking for a little bit of value, Nick Paul. But I'm on the over 6 in this game. I got over 6 at minus 115. I thought this line should be a 6.5, maybe a 7 range. I think this is a 3-3 type of game. And would it surprise me to see the Wild win? Not really. The more and more I look at it, I think the Wild are live. Now, I'm not placing money on the Wild with all these injuries. That's just not going to happen. But I mean, this is a spot where I see goals in this game. That's it. So over 6, maybe a sprinkle on the draw, but that's it.
I'm on the Lightning. Sorry, Terry's not here. Okay, I'm on the Lightning puck line, plus 185. And then you've already mentioned my 3-player props: Kucherov, Point, Stamkos. Kucherov for the goal, Point, and Stamkos for assist. Kucherov's goal is even money, Points plus 110 for his assist, and then Stamkos for his assist is minus 115. Those are the 4 plays for this one. Until this Wild team gets healthier, I can't back them. So, Lightning for me.
Harrison Bader is a New York Met.
No.
Harrison Bader to the New York Mets.
What? We get Master Bader?
1 year deal. Harrison Bader is a New York Met. Wabam.
Huh.
That's it. I just felt like clicking the thing.
By the way, Nick, I got a notification from Snapchat 4 years ago today, Nick. That's where we were.
Oh, the Nugget game. There you go.
That was right before COVID. Because that was in 2020, I believe. Yeah, 2020. Oh, Terry shared a post. Harrison Bader. Yep.
It's a good baseball move.
Yep. I gotta retweet it. So he'll be Sterling Marte's replacement for sure.
Yeah. That's
Nice.
Marte's replacement. Back to the chat though.
Yes. Under in the Wild game now. Where's Terry at? Terry actually just sent me the Harrison Bader news, so he is alive. Lightning.
The Lightning are getting into a reasonable number now. If you want to back them.
I'm hoping it's a puck line. Terry has his own show. Yep. Hello peeps. Nice day yesterday. 2-0. Heat first half and -7. Clip City. I bet the alternate spread. There you go. Nice work. Books are finally putting some respect on the Coyotes name, not having them as an underdog. That's fair.
Yeah, they're a pick 'em today.
I wish I pushed the total. Wish I pushed the button on Raptors money line the -15 for the Mavs. I would never have played that much with the Mavs, and I'm done with the Memphis Grizzlies. So whatever. This just in: Samsonov fails to report to his Marlies. Report to the Marlies. So he's not going to the AHL. Guess he doesn't want to play in the AHL. Whatever. Sacred Heart 9-3. Oh, that game started. How deep into the? Oh, I don't know. I didn't track it yet. That's Let's see, live. It's not. It's about the same as when it opened. That's fine. We're all right. Let's jump into this one, Nick, which has one of my favorite teams to bet on.
Yeah, these are two teams I like to bet on. Just in general, these are Vancouver Canucks -140 favorites, total of 6.5 in this game. This game's tough. Line opened up at a 150 down to a 148, so a small move towards the Canucks or towards the Blues. I apologize. Line opened up at a 6.5 -108. It's now a 6.5 at -107. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game here. We have 31% of the tickets and 64% of the cash is on the St. Louis Blues. The lines move slightly towards them. 75% of the tickets, 97% of the cash on the over. And this one as well. Let's take a look at my projections for this game, which actually have this game pretty spot on when it comes to the side. I have the Blues as around +120 underdogs. I don't want to fade the Blues as home dogs. I don't, and I'm not going to here. And actually, the more and more I look at this game, I have this game projected in the 5s for a total, and we're seeing a 6.5 in this game with the line move towards the under, but yet big money coming in on the over, and my projections having this as a lower scoring game. I didn't think I was going to move on it like this. I like the under in this game. Under 6.5 at -115. And I haven't been betting many unders as of late, but this is one I kind of like. We get two good goaltenders with Binnington and Demko. Binnington has come back down to earth, but Demko is still, I think, the Vezina Trophy winner at the moment. No, actually, that would be Hellebuck. He'd be the second place for the Vezina. But for me, I would like to back the Blues as dogs. I don't see enough value to bet the Blues as dogs here in this spot, but I will be on the under 6.5 in this game.
Canucks. I like the Canucks. I'm on their puck line +175, and I only took one player prop in this one, Nick, and that is JT Miller to get an assist. I've been riding his assist prop for a while now, and it's been cashing. Now it's anywhere from -110 to -120 each game, but he has been very consistent. 34 assists this year in 37 games. He's got 50 points, which leads the team. That's who I go to for assists. I'm not taking any goal scorer props with this one. I decided to take this game easy. I could see this one being like a 3-1 Vancouver win. So give me Canucks. Hold on. on. Where is it? Here it is.
By the Vancouver Canucks.
Canucks. Sorry.
You good now?
Yes, Canucks. Okay. Well, head on to the next game, Nick.
Yeah. We have the Dallas Stars and the Colorado Avalanche, arguably the best game of the night. When you look at actually, no, it's not the best game of the night. I know that one's coming up later. But we have the Dallas Stars and the as minus 130 favorites in this game, total 6.5. Line opened up at a 128. It's down to a 124. So the line moving towards Colorado. Colorado's a dog. It's kind of interesting there. Line open up 6.5 minus 108, 6.5 minus 110 now. So a move towards the over, and it's a slight move towards the Avalanche in this game here. And I think I do have a little bit of interest in Colorado here. 76% of the tickets, 92% of the cash is on Colorado. Granted, Dallas is coming in off of that loss against Montreal, but I believe this will be the 10th straight game started by Wedgwood for the Stars because they don't have much for backups. The Matt Murray's their backup right now. And no, it's not the Matt Murray that was in Ottawa, Toronto. He's a different Matt Murray. 78% of the tickets, but only 46% of the cash is on the over in this game as well. And when it comes to this matchup here, I think I had this game priced pretty spot on. I have the Avalanche as a favorite in this game, actually. I'm actually really interested in Colorado in this game as a dog in this spot. Maybe this is a draw. This could be an interesting little draw spot here as well. Let's take a look at whether, because we know Dallas is no stranger to a draw. Colorado, 2 of their last 4 games have gone to overtime. 4 of the last 8 for the Stars. I think this is going to be a dog draw play for me here. The Colorado Avalanche plus 110 and the draw as well. I want to see what that draw number is. I'm hoping for like 325, 330 for that. Probably not, but let's take a look what this draw number is for this game, where we have 300. Wow, I think that's yeah. I'll put a bet on the 300 still, but I'll take the Avalanche and the draw in this spot.
I took the Avs and I took the over. Avalanche at plus 125, over 6.5. And then I did one player prop in this one, and that was a player prop parlay. I know, Tim putting out parlays. But whenever I do put out parlays, Nick, if you notice one thing, they're correlated. So I think if one thing's going to happen, something's got to happen to go along with it. Well, who's been scoring all the goals for Colorado, Nick?
McKinnon.
McKinnon. And who's been assisting them?
Rantanen.
There you go. McKinnon goal, Rantanen assist, plus 310. I thought that was really good value on it. So that's all I'm on for this game. I was looking towards some Dallas props, but I ended up staying away from Dallas props. I'm hoping this game's like a 5-2 type of game. I kind of wanted to go look towards Avalanche Huck line to really kind of put it into Dallas, but I'm not going to bother with that.
Yeah, I see this as a close game, or I see this as an overtime game.
There you go. Any teams tanking for the rest of the season?
Nope. All the teams that are out.
Nobody yet.
For hockey, I'm thinking football. My bad.
San Jose,
Chicago,
Ottawa.
I want to say Ottawa. Ottawa's
sorry. The only teams that are tanking are in the West. There's no teams tanking in the East.
Yeah.
Boldy anytime goal. Sure. The Canucks, full goal, first period money lines. Draw. You can see the draw, I guess. Love you, bro. Mo Harris back in the chat. Mo, how you feeling about those with those Seminoles? How all that stuff. Anyways, Stars at home, first period over 1.5, 15-4 to the over. Best trend in hockey. Hey, that's why I like the over in general in this game. I think you're going to get a high-scoring game here. I see this game going over. I like the Avs at plus money. I do too. I will say I did not bet this game at all.
Yeah, I have to figure out how to track this double result. But Calgary Flames and Nashville Predators. Predators minus 120 favorites in this game, total 6 in this spot. Let's get into the line history in this game. If I can find the right tab that has the line history. And it would be this one. All right, cool. Where we have this game opened up with the Preds at minus 127. It's down to 116. So I'll move towards the Flames in this game here. Line opened up at a 6 at plus 109. It is a 6 at minus 115. So a decent move towards the over here as well. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game, where we have 57% of the tickets, 57% of the cash is on the over. And then we have 89% of the tickets and 95% of the cash is all over the Preds, and the lines move towards the Flames. Granted, only 1,800 tickets. So, but for this game, I am on Calgary. They've been playing much better hockey as of late. I think the Preds have overachieved a little bit this season. I have Calgary as around minus 125 favorite in this game. I moved on them at even money in this spot. Markstrom back and playing well, I think is huge for this Flames team. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them trying to make a push towards a wild card spot, this Flames squad. So I'm on Calgary. I think the wrong team's favored in this spot. And I'm going to flame on here. Give me Calgary. Money line, even money.
Sorry, I muted myself. I'm completely off this game. No player props, no side, no total. I did. This is one game that I just didn't get to. So, complete stay away from me, Nick.
Fair. Back to the chat.
Okay. Passed over 5.5 goals. I like him to score for sure. They screwed us. That's how I feel. No, they didn't. I do not. I don't do puck line. I see Avs 4-3, 3-2. That's fair. I didn't do puck line, but and then Fernando likes Nashville. So there's that. All right, Nick, your Islanders are playing now.
Yep. Let's get into it here. New York Islanders and the Arizona Coyotes in this spot here. Line opened up with the on Bet Online with the Islanders as 117 favorites. It's down to a 113, so a slight move towards Arizona. Line opened up at a 6 at minus 108 to 6 at minus 101, so a move towards the under here as well. We have 56% of the tickets are on the under. That makes sense. 67% of the tickets, 90% of the cash is on the Coyotes. And the lines moved slightly towards the Coyotes. I thought it would move a little bit more than that. I have Arizona around minus 120, minus 130 favorites in this game. So I do have a lean towards Arizona in this game. I think there's a better play out there, though. And we're going to go back to Draw Island with this draw in this spot. And putting out leans, it would be Coyotes and draw. Coyotes not as much of a draw team. One of their last 3 games, one of their last 10. Islanders 3 of their last 10. But this is an Islanders team that plays close games, and we've seen them force a lot of overtimes. They should have gone to a couple other overtimes in the last 10 games where they just didn't. And I think we could see them force an overtime here in this spot. So I'm going to look for that draw. We're going to go to Draw Island here and go New York and Arizona draw, which I would let's take a look what that number would be. It would be another plus 300 draw. So Islanders, Coyotes draw plus 300.
I was able to find 330. And I'm adding one more kind of player prop thingy for this game, and it's the usual, Nick. You know what the usual is?
Yeah, it's Horvat Barzal.
Horvat Barzal point parlay. I'm just gonna keep riding those two guys because they've been great. Maybe if you want to add Dobson in there, not a bad option. But I'm just gonna do Bo, Barzal, anytime point parlay. Because if one scores, one's assisting. And that's plus 160. So draw and the Bo Barzell parlay. Keeping it simple.
Keeping it real. Yep.
Flames over 6.5.
I could see that. I wanted the 5.5 for the over, but yeah, I could see that.
Arizona team total over.
Yeah.
Okay. Morning, y'all. Good luck today. I was already on the under in the Arizona-New York game. Going to sprinkle the draw. Let's get it. I can see an under. I really like the Stars Avalanche over. Yes.
I can see that. Yeah. The Stars have been playing a lot of overs as of late.
There you go.
Colorado's team total is a 2.5 at minus 170.
I like this game, Nick.
Yeah. Sorry. We have the Seattle Kraken and the Ottawa Senators in this game. Kraken 125 favorites total, 6.5 in this spot. Let's take a look at the line history in this game, which has Seattle opened up at a 129. It's down to a 124. So it's a slight move towards Ottawa. Line opened up at a 6.5, and it stayed at that minus 104 for the over 6.5. So really no line movement there. Why is the line moved towards the Senators? 62% of the tickets, 87% of the cash for whatever reason is on the Senators. Only 2,800 tickets, but still 56% of the cash is on the under in this spot here. And I saw this number and I was like, this line is extremely off. Not extremely off, but I see value here with the Kraken in this game. And I got the Kraken on a minus 170, 175 favorite in this game. I don't think Ottawa is very good, and I'm still looking to fade Ottawa. This is a team that's consistently getting outplayed, that we saw last game, got their ass whooped. They got a win against Buffalo, but Buffalo's terrible. But then they lose. I believe they lose to New Jersey. They squeak out a win against Toronto. Toronto's very keen to laying eggs. Like this is not an Ottawa team I trust. Now on the flip side, this Kraken team is arguably the hottest in hockey right now. Now I get it. People may think this line's too short. They are coming in off of that Winter Classic game and all that, but I'm not stepping in front of the Kraken right now. Winners of 5 in a row. They've received points in 9 in a row. The last time they didn't was a 3-0 loss against the Wild. Since then, they beat Florida 4-0, 7-1 against the Blackhawks. Their only losses were a shootout loss against the Kings and an overtime loss against the Stars. Then they beat the Kings 2-1. They beat the Ducks 3-2. They beat the Flames 2-1. They beat the Flyers 2-1. And they beat the Vegas Golden Knights 3-0. Now, if you're looking maybe for a regulation draw, Seattle's been a good overtime team this year. They've been one of the better overtime teams this season. I am going to just release the Kraken in this game. I'm on the Kraken minus 125. I like him in the spot. I like the value on the numbers. So
release the Kraken.
Just to kind of prove that I'm not just trying to fade you. One of the games I talked about last night, I'm balling out. Boom. Sens and Kraken. Guess what, Nick? I'm on the Sens. And I know you kind of, and I love how you know what I'm going to say, and you automatically shut my argument down. Yes, the Kraken are the hottest team in hockey. Why are they only minus 125 against a team that's dead last in the Atlantic? At home, they've gotten points in 9 straight. And the thing is, I think it's going to be a letdown spot for Seattle after a huge win in the Classic. And we've seen this. And now I'm not going to do the same with Vegas because they lost. I'm not going to I'm not betting Vegas, but I'm not going to try to do that. I think this is an Ottawa spot. I grabbed their money line plus 110. I grabbed their puck line at plus 250. I think this is an Ottawa like a 4-1, 4-2, 5-2 type of game. Maybe look towards an over, but Seattle, I know, is the hottest team in hockey right now and all that good stuff. I think this line is too short by a lot. So give me Ottawa. And then
I definitely wouldn't be looking at an over in this game.
And then for props, Stützle, an assist for him, and then Tkachuk, a goal for him. Stützle assist, even money. Tkachuk goal, 150. Ottawa today for me.
Fair. I lean under in this game as well. For this game at 6.5, I'll lean under. Kraken have been a really good under team. 3-0, 2-1, 2-1, 3-2, 2-1. They did have a 4-3 game in there, 2-3, 7-1, but 4-0, 3-0, 4-3, but 2-1, 4-2, 2-0. They've been a really good under team as of late. I may look towards an under in this game as well.
There you go. Kraken in the under.
Yeah, Kraken the under.
Cavs, Mavs, Jazz, Kings. What a sweaty, never in doubter. Oh, you did money lines. Okay. Over in the Caps and under in the Ducks was nice. That was last night. Vegas money line looking really sexy. I don't know. Tim Stützle for a goal. No, I took him for an assist. He's got 27 assists in 33 games. So, sorry, not jumping into tomorrow, just seeing who's playing. But Pacers and Hawks, what that total is going to be through the roof. Do they actually play tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking up the total. I've got the total. It's 258.5.
Jesus.
Grab the over right now.
Because that's going to hit 260 tomorrow, right?
Oh, for sure. Except for there's no lines up on the site yet for it, so it's going to be 265 before tip. It could very well be. It could very well.
I wouldn't go that high. If it gets up to a 265, I'm going to grab a piece of the under.
No.
265? You got to, right?
You don't have to.
Fair enough. We have a few more games in the NHL. I do have a play on this game. I did a free pick video for this game last night. We have the Stanley Cup rematch. Words. There we go. Where we have the Vegas Golden Knights taking on the Florida Panthers. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot. If I can find the right tab, there we go. Where we have this game opened up, Florida minus 115. It's Florida minus 120 now. So move towards the Panthers. Line opened up at a 6 at minus 118. It's a 6 at minus 120 in this game as well. We have 66% of the tickets, 64% of the cash is on the Panthers. The lines move towards the Panthers. 62% of the tickets, 56% of the cash on the under. The line had moved towards I forgot which way this line moved total-wise. This line moved towards the over. Towards the over in this game. And looking at this spot here, I would lean. Actually, I think the 6 number is spot on. I have this game at 6.08 goals. I have the Panthers as around minus 135, minus 140 favorites in this game. I'm on the Panthers at minus 115 in this spot. I think there's arguments to be made that statistically the Florida Panthers are one of the best teams in hockey, if not the best team in hockey. And if I were to be taking futures, it would be on this Florida Panthers team. I've been talking up this Panthers team since like 3 games in, and I was at full intentions on fading them this season, betting against them because they were missing their top defensemen heading into the year. It didn't matter. This team has been good. Their analytics are amazing. They're putting up 4.06 expected goals per game in the last 10 and only giving up 2.76. Like, this team is elite, this Florida Panthers team. And I was a moron going against them last game. This team, I think the Florida Panthers going forward, there's two options with their games. You bet the Florida Panthers, you don't bet the side. I think the Panthers are that good of a hockey team right now, and I think they will flirt with the Atlantic Division, which if you want, I want to see real. They don't have divisional props here on that book, so I would have to look on something at Bovada, see what they have for them to win their division, because the Florida Panthers are going to fuck around and win the Atlantic this year and maybe flirt with the President's Trophy. I think they're that good of a team. Plus 230 for the Panthers to win the Atlantic might be a bet I make soon. So I like this Florida Panthers team. I'm on the minus 115 today. I'm high on this Panthers team.
I still think Toronto wins the President's Trophy.
What?
Or at least, the Atlantic. I still think they win the Atlantic. I think Boston ends up falling off, and Toronto makes a run. That's just me. I took 3 plays in this one. I took the draw at 330, and I took a prop from each side, which was Stone to get an assist. He leads the team in assists, and Reinhardt's been on fire. I've been constantly seeing his name, so I took his goal at plus 150. I kept it simple. Looks like right now the biggest game I have right now is the freaking Rangers, which is disgusting. But I'm on the draw and then 2 player props: Stone assist and Reinhardt anytime goal.
There you go.
Why are the favorites Sabres favorited today? Yeah, I have not a clue, which makes no sense to me. With a team that's one of the lowest teams in that,
because they were a big hype team coming into the year, and they're rested. They are a rested team. I'll give them that.
Back in my blue and gold teams today: Sabres and the over, Blues and the under, Predators and the under, and of course the Golden Nuggets. I don't know about that. I will say I have nothing in the NBA today. I have no interest in the NBA today, and one of them is Nuggets versus Warriors. Panthers puck line. Vegas is still in regression. I think we're going to see a draw, though. Draw and the over for the Stars. I could see that. This game goes under. I could see the under in the Florida game. Draw and the under for the Islanders. Also lean Desert Dogs for the side, Nick.
Yeah, my numbers like Desert Dogs too a little bit. I'm not going to get to them, but I would lean that direction.
All right, 2 games left in the NHL, Nick.
Yeah, where we have the LA Kings, and I think I don't have a play on the last game, but I do have a play in this game here. The LA Kings minus 190 favorites, total 6.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here, where we have, let's see, click, please. There we go. Line opened up 183. It's up to a 187 for the Kings. Line opened up at a 6.5 plus 106. It's a 6.5 at plus 104. So we have a move towards the over, and we have a move towards the Kings in this spot here. We have 67% of the tickets, 58% of the cash on the over. So that makes sense that the line's moved in that direction. And we have 31% of the tickets and 68% of the cash on the Red Wings, but 60% of the tickets, 80% of the cash is on the puck line in this one as well. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game, or my projections in this game, where I think this line's about right. I have the Kings around 180 favorites in this game. I do not trust them at home. But on the flip side, with Lyon and Talbot in net, I like this under 6.5 is where I got into this game. I have this game projected around a 5.5 range here in this spot. I'm going to be on the under 6.5 in this game. I got it at $1.25 last night. My numbers just project lower for this game. So that's exactly where I'm going to go. And there we go. Nedeljkovic confirmed for Pittsburgh against Boston tonight. Makes me like my Penguins play even more. But I am on the under 6.5 here between Detroit and LA.
This is, I will say this is another game I didn't get to. And I will get to one thing in the next game. Which probably two things in the next game, but I don't trust laying this type of number on the Kings on the road. At home, and I don't really trust the Red Wings right now, who Good job. You beat the Sharks last game. I'm not buying in this one. Maybe an over in this game could be interesting. We've seen the Red Wings go over in 7 out of their last 8, but not a game that I got into.
Fair enough.
Draw on the under in the Red Wings game. I don't really see a draw. All right, Nick. Final game of the day.
Yep. Just punching in the NBA numbers real quick. There we go. We have the Winnipeg Jets and the San Jose Sharks. The Jets minus 250 road favorites, total 6 in this game. Let's get into the line history in this spot, where we have this game opened up with the Jets as minus 250 road favorites. It's down to a 245, so a slight move towards San Jose. Line opened up at a 6 at minus 120. It's down to a 6 at minus 108. So a move towards the under here as well. Taking a look at the cash flow in this game, 67% of the tickets are on the under. Lines moved accordingly there. 65% of tickets, 65% of the cash is on the puck line for Winnipeg. Lines moved against them, and 74% of tickets are on Winnipeg. The lines moved against them. Should Winnipeg be favorites in this game? Obviously. Should they be this big of favorites in this game? Yeah. I had them as a 250 favorite in this game. That was my projection for this game, was Jets minus 650. Or minus 250, my bad. And a 6 total. That's what I meant to say. 6 total, 250 for the Jets. Obviously, if I had them projected 650, I would be betting the Jets here. No interest in this game. Double pass and the card.
Sharks in the draw. If I get one of them, I'm good. Didn't want to go crazy with this, but you know me when it comes to dogs. And they're small plays. I'm not going crazy on the Sharks. They're half of what everything else is. Sharks money line in the draw for me. Just kept it simple, I guess.
There you go. Back to the chat, and then we'll head into the
NBA, which I have nothing for, but we'll talk about it.
We'll have nothing as well.
Bruins puck line in the under. I like the puck line, yeah. Nick's on the Penguins, though. Rangers over, yes. Blue Jackets, first period. Who did the Blue Jackets get? Philly, yes. I like the Blue
Flyers.
Jackets.
I like that.
Sorry, there's a lot of games. Wild, under. I could see the under in the Wild game. Bruins, puck line, yes. I like the Bruins puck line. Nick's on the Penguins. So we're differing on that one. So I do, but no. Also, Jets revenge spot. And
yes,
Amanda likes the Jets. And Jets puck line. That's fair. I will say, Nick, if you have no interest in the NBA card, we could feel free to skip it today because I got nothing. So I don't.
I would like to break it down to see if anything pops up.
Okay, go ahead. And the games are kind of ugly today.
Because I think there's one play that kind of interests me on the slate. It's not in this game, but we'll do our due diligence because we're still here to do content, and it's only 2 games, so we can do the NBA as much as I hate the NBA. But we have the San Antonio Spurs. They're at home, 9-point dogs against the Milwaukee Bucks. Line's at 248. It's actually and it opened up at an 11.5 for Milwaukee. It's down to a 9, so it's a 2.5-point line move. Milwaukee on the second half of a back-to-back, and the Spurs are not. The Spurs are rested here. They're at home. They're 9-point dogs. I would like to know whether or not this is just a market move or if there's an injury for the Bucks, because I think that would be very helpful. Line opened up at a 250. It's down to a 247.5. So we've had a big move towards the under and the Spurs in this game, which tells me maybe somebody's sitting out for the Bucks tonight. That's kind of what that's telling me a little bit here. We had 39% of the tickets and 80% of the cash is on San Antonio. Big bets coming on them. 47% of the tickets, 64% of the cash on the over. Yet this line's dropped 2.5 points. I have this game projected at a 10.5 for the spread. So I have a slight lean towards Milwaukee on my projections wise, but the market's kind of telling me Spurs. And then for the total in this game, I have it at a 248. So I didn't have too much for this game. I'm more looking at next game to see if I make a move on that one between Denver and Golden State. But I would like to know whether or not there's an injury in this game as to why this line's moved the way it has.
Middleton's questionable, but nothing really crazy on the
right.
Milwaukee side. I'm not laying 9 points with Milwaukee on the road, but I'm not betting the Spurs. I feel no real reason to go after this one. This one was gross, and I passed.
Fair.
Over. Quick and easy filler part of the show. UNC Wilmington. Where's UNCW? Why am I just blind and I keep skipping right over it? UNCW against Drexel. We have a slight lean towards Drexel, but not enough for us to want to do anything with it. Minnesota, I believe we got a slight lean towards the Corn, but nothing. Yeah, slight lean towards the Corn with Nebraska, nothing going. Morning, guys. Morning, Michael. All right. I don't know what to do with this game, Nick.
Interesting line movement in this game here, Tim. Because we're now looking at Denver's 3.5 point road favorites. Line's gone up a point in this spot. It opened up at a 2.5. It's up to a 3.5 for Denver. Line opened up at 235.5, and it's still a 235.5. It dipped down to a 234.5 at one point, and it went back up to 235 and then 235.5. 59% of the tickets, 85% of the cash is on the over in this game. The line has moved nowhere. It actually first moved down before it came back up. So the original line move was towards the under in this game. 76% of the tickets and 55% of the cash is on the Nuggets in this game, and this line's gone from 2.5 to 3.5. So they have moved the line here with a little bit of concern. But all this really did for me is make the Warriors more appealing here as 3.5 point road dogs. Are home dogs in this one here in this spot. Am I going to get to the Warriors? No. I think the better play is the total in this game. And that was kind of where I was looking at for this spot here because the line's not really moved. Decent money coming in on the over in this game. And I had this game projected in the mid to high 220s. So seeing this at 235, I think is entirely too high, this total. And I would like to move on this under 235 between and if I can get a 235.5, that would be awesome. And it's a 236 now. I would like to move on this over or on this under, my bad. I'd like to move on this under. And I'm kind of interested in the Nuggets team total under in this game at 120 as well. I want to take a little bit deeper of a look into this spot here because I want to see what the Nuggets have been doing offensively, and on the road as well. Because this has been a decent, under series, I believe. The Nuggets for them, but Nuggets have not been really doing too much offensively. They've only hit this. They've only gone over this 120 number once in their last 5 games for this team total. Granted, the Warriors, they've not been playing terrible defense. They've only given up more than 120 points in 2 of their last 9 games. They have given up exactly 120 twice. The last time these two met, they gave up 120 to the Nuggets in this spot. And I'm actually really interested in this game. I'm going to take the Nuggets team total under 120. I'm going to take the full game under 236 as well. In this game, I think that's the way I'm approaching this one here. Nuggets team total under 120, full game under 236 for me.
I think the only thing I'm going to bet on today's card is Nikola Jokic triple double. I think he has a big game today, but I'm not going after his side because it would be a lean towards the Warriors. But I don't feel like there's enough value on it to go after it. Not really interested in the total. I think it's about right. Kind of a small card today, a small slate today in the NBA. Not really too big of a fan of it. Lots of stuff tomorrow. So, and I'll probably I can't really. I don't know yet. There's a lot of stuff going tomorrow, so I'm excited for that. But for today's card, No NBA for me.
All right.
Are you guys taking any dogs this Sunday or or player incentives? Yes, we gotta see which
No
players
player
have
incentives for me. I'm gonna look to fade those maybe, if anything.
Okay. Nuggies. No, I'm not interested in Nuggies. Pepperdine. I believe Pepperdine's against Zaga. They are. We have it at a 23, so it's actually a slight lean towards the Zags. James Madison, which is a ranked team, so we should see a number. James Madison right here against UL Lafayette. We have it at a 6, so no value there. St. Mary's. Slight lean, but not enough to bet. And Wichita, I believe we're against Wichita today. Nope. No bet in that one, but it's a lean towards North Texas. I may be taking the Warriors first half here. Double revenge game for the Warriors. Warriors 4th game at the house. And I think the Warriors can get it done. In the first half, Warriors have been a great home dog. Okay. Fade Detroit Mercy again, -2.5 on Green Bay. Sure, go ahead. That's fine. Do you guys have any opinions on Colorado, Arizona? I'm guessing that's basketball. Yeah. We have it at a 9.5. We have that game at a 9.5 point spread. But that is all of the games for today. We'll do a quick housekeeping recap and all that stuff. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check out all the links in the description below. They're above Nick's head, so go ahead and check that out. If you guys are interested in becoming a member of the channel, $5.99 a month, 16 cents a day. Once Nick puts up his hockey plays, I'll put up the entire card up on the thing. So once that's done, you guys will be able to see that. College basketball has been good to us lately, so hopefully that can keep going. But I guess recap. My recap will be all my NHL plays will be posted on YouTube today. So check those out after the show. I'll be posting those up afterwards. So that's it for me, Nick.
Yeah, I'm just typing up my NBA card there. We'll start with the NBA there. It's pretty simple for me. I doubled down on this Nuggets under. Nuggets team total under 120, full game under 236 for the NBA. And then for the NHL, decent card, Montreal Canadiens plus 150 15. I wish they were plus 150. Columbus Blue Jackets plus 165 in the draw at plus 350. Pittsburgh plus 130. Rangers double result. First period puck line, full game money line plus 106. Tampa Bay, Minnesota over 6. Vancouver, St. Louis under 6.5. Colorado money line plus 110 in the draw at 3-1. New York, Arizona draw at 3-1. Seattle -125. Panthers -115. Detroit, LA under 6.5 for me today.
Sounds good. That's going to do it for this edition. Oh, hold on, one more comment. Don't trust Tim's NHL plays except Sabres -7.5. I did not take Sabres -7.5.
Only 6.
I was going to take the Habs, but Habs do me opposite, so Buff -1.5. I have Buffalo today. Why are they favorites? That doesn't make sense. Rags. Nope. You can't say that. Nope. I'm on the Rags in every way, shape, and form today. So that's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back tomorrow. Peace out.